Hello, folks. This is Big Russ here from Chump Change Outdoors. And what do I have here today? I have a 5.5 1963 Evinrude Fisherman. I picked this boat motor up off the old interweb, probably about 2.5 years ago. And I got it for the price of me and the boss lady to go out to eat at Arby's. You know, it's a little bit expensive for a fast food restaurant, but I figured what the heck, it was worth a chance. I was acquainted with the people that had it anyway, and for that cost it's worth taking a chance. And we'll dive into this and kind of show you how to check one out, and you know, if you're trying to buy a used one so you don't get stumped, avoid the pitfalls like I have. This boat motor, we got it for $25, and I'll give you a little backstory on this. Me and the girlfriend went and picked it up. And I was sitting there thinking I didn't want to buy a brand new boat motor and spend all that money. So I went and bought this for $25. And as we're loading it up, my girlfriend falls and breaks her leg. I helped her get better, and I'm not complaining. I'd do anything in the world for her. And ended up costing what I could bought a new boat motor for. It was kind of in the off season, and deer season was still going on, and I never messed with it, and it just got put back and actually kind of forgotten about. It even come with this homemade cart. Today I'm going to show you how to check out a boat motor. Buy a boat motor. A lot of guys say, well, it ran fine 10 years ago, or you know, any kind of story like that. A lot of guys, well, I can't hook it up. There's some tricks to kind of get you eyeball in the park. Like you go look at a boat motor, and you know, boat motor like this, $25. Come on, I mean, good night. That's a drop in a bucket for a boat motor. And a lot of guys, you know, they won't check them out. And a lot of times you don't get a boat motor, you get a boat anchor. Trust me, I've been there. One thing that you don't want to do is gauge a boat motor by how well does it pull? Does it have good compression? I guess my big foot is not going to cooperate. See, it feels like it's got good compression. And I made that mistake on a Mercury 9.8 outboard quite a few years ago. Oh, I thought, hey, it's got good compression. I could not get that thing to run right for nothing. Finally, I ran a compression check on it and found out it didn't have very much compression. So when you're buying a used boat motor, go down to like Amazon or Harbor Freight or somewhere, buy you a cheap compression set. I think I give $30, $40 for it. And if the seller won't let you check the compression, and if you're buying something, you know, it's a lot more expensive, I'd walk away. Because anybody that's halfway honest is going to say, okay. And that's one thing you want to look for. And we'll get busy here, and I'll rip the cap off of this thing. And we'll start showing you how to do some things and go from there. I'll be right back here in a minute, and we'll pull the spark plug and hook a compression gauge up and see what we got. Well, I've hooked up the compression gauge, And I pulled on it about 5 or 6 times. And according to Evinrude, you're supposed to have about 85 to 90 pounds. Well, this thing here's got somewhere near 60. We'll check the other one. That's not good. So I got it switched to the other cylinder. It's about the same as the other, about 60 psi. In order to get the gauge on, I had to take the latch that holds the cover off, which was no big deal. This tells you a lot about a boat motor. See, you pull that cord and you think, oh, it's got good compression. Put the gauge on it and you find out it don't. Some other things you want to look at. Look at the sides of the motor. Look for discoloration, like right in here in the paint. That's a good telltale sign. And like in this area, that is all would be a telltale sign of this motor being hot. Another thing you want to look for, see this crust right there around the head gasket? That means the head gasket's leaking a little bit. And there's a lot of things, but I don't think I'm going to go any further with this motor. And before anybody says anything, yes, I had the throttle wide open like you're supposed to. So at 60 psi on both cylinders, at least they're the same. They're supposed to be within 10 pounds of each other. I just think this is going to be a parts motor. I didn't know anything about it. And I literally just brought it in here and dropped it off 2.5 years ago and hadn't really messed with it. Kind of glad that I didn't. But I will show you some things in case this motor, we'll say hypothetically, was good. You want to go to try to find parts for it. And one thing you want to do is there's a little tag, and it bewilders me where it's at right now. Different motors have them in different places. Aha! Like right there. Get those numbers off that tag. If you got a good old celly phone, snap a picture. Always works good. Usually I check the lower unit for water in the oil, and you can obviously see here that it's been leaking, and I'm just not going to go any further with it because I'm not going to get the power head rebuilt because it's just not worth it. But I'll get my money back in parts, so I'm not really that worried about it. $25. This motor probably would run with the lower compression, but you're going to have trouble with starting and performance, and I'm just not going to do that. But I wanted to just give you guys a sample idea how to do something. Things are really pretty simple, some very basic tools, and it doesn't take a lot of money. So I guess that's going to conclude it for this video. I hope you all have a good day, and hope you're all being safe during this crisis time. God bless, and we'll see you next time.